Hey guys, what's going on? Dangerous Thing here. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope that you all are happy and excited to see this video, because in this video I will tell you what has been happening in the last couple of days. And my task force have been a little bit worried because there has been a lot of changes, or there have been a lot of changes. So if you guys are in my task force and you're watching this video, I'm gonna go ahead and break it up for you in just a few seconds. If you're not in my task force and you're watching this video and you don't have a task force, I will also break it up for you at the end of the video as to how you can join and what is the right choice to make. Okay, so let's start with where we are. Currently, I have one task force that is at 50 people, and it is Dangerous Thing. That was my first task force that I started back before so many of you actually wanted to come in and join and play with me. And recently, it has been just really crazy because so many of you are watching my videos, and I am so thankful for all of you. And so many of you want to be a part of my task force, but unfortunately, the amount of spaces is limited. 50 people is the largest task force we're allowed to have in Boom Beach, so there is absolutely nothing I can do. Well, what recently has been happening is that, as we grew to 50 people, we're able to collect a bit more intel every week or every day. And so we're able to start operations, every single day. We haven't skipped a day. But what it came down to is that we have, three groups of people. When I first started the task force, my TF entry requirements were much different than they are now. So I ended up having a lot of really high-level players that are maxed out. I mean, if you're looking at the screen right now, I'm going to show you my task force with current composition, blah, blah, I can't speak. So we have people like, Stee Owner and Boot Ramp. Of course, Boot Ramp is in my task force, and he has been attacking, and I think people are really stoked to be in a task force with one of their favorite YouTubers. So what I'm gonna go ahead and try to put as simply and as nicely as possible is that I don't want to have, people that are really high level, feel like they are pulling majority of the weight, because we have a few people that aren't really high level. I am myself in that particular boat. Currently, I am only level 47, about to be 48, with 374 victory points. My troops are not maxed out, my landing crafts are not maxed out, my HQ is not maxed out. I have ways to go, but it just so happens to be my channel, so I guess I kind of get to make up the rules. But anyway, so, and playing becomes more challenging for them because they have to, they have to worry about whether or not people that are lower level or mid-level players are going to be able to complete their task force operations attacks. Well, then, speaking of people that are lower level or kind of in between, I bet it's not a whole lot of fun to do a choke point operation when your tanks are only level 5 and you have level 1 medics and they get zapped just as soon as they land on the shore of the base that you're attacking. So, for you guys, it's not fun. It's not fun for the middle ground guys because they're kind of like not exactly here, not exactly there, and just like stuck in the middle. So what I've been talking about with my task force officers is creating a second task force. And I've been, thinking about it for a long time, but, then again, life happens. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, so I, just didn't have time to make it happen overnight. But we have been talking about creating a second task force, Dangerous Thing 2, where I'm going to welcome in people that are a little bit lower level. So what it comes down to is basically, having people that aren't maxed out, that aren't even like middle of the way, and people that are willing and able to come in and contribute every single day, to earn intel and to help their task force to get to the next level. So for those of you that are currently in my task force and that aren't maxed out players, not kind of, if you don't consider yourself middle of the road player, I am going to open up, a task force, Dangerous Thing 2 for you. I am also a member of that team. There are a few really strong officers there that will help to get that task force off the ground. They will help sort of with the strategy for all the attacks and whatnot. And then Dangerous Thing is gonna become, you know, sort of a task force for more advanced players, so we can go ahead and push, you know, towards the dead end and some of the more difficult operations. I would love to see that OP, that task force go past you know, choke point, because so far choke point has been really difficult. We have been able to complete it a few times, but I really want to get past that. I want to get to the next level. And because of that, we're going to have to just be very realistic. And I think it's actually going to change the game for everybody, right? Because I want you to be able to come in, you know, deploy your troops and have a feeling like you're contributing to the operation. I don't want you to deploy your troops and not even being able to get one intel point, which unfortunately can be the case with some of the players in my main task force. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is check out DangerousThing TF. If you're currently in the main TF and you know you're not you know, not a high level player, not even sort of the mid-level player, I'm gonna ask you to please join me in DangerousThing TF, because we're gonna, you know, take on more operations in that task force, and you're gonna have a much better feel of satisfaction because we will be able to, you know, take things down and complete operations without you, you know, sort of obliterating all of your troops just to get one VP on an attack. So DangerousThing is going to remain. It's going to continue going strong as it has been with the help of, you know, Operation Destroy and Flow and some of my other best players, and of course now Boot Ramp, you know, and a few of the other guys that have been really solid and have been with me for quite some time now. And then DangerousThing TF is going to be there for you guys if you're a low level player, you know, you're struggling in DangerousThing, and you can move on over. I'm going to be in DangerousThing TF completing OPs every single day. So don't think like I'm just going to push you aside and be like, oh, you low level player, just go that way. I mean, yeah, you know my stand on it. I do not consider myself a pro. I do not consider myself to be a high level player. I'm here for the fun, and let's make it fun. You know, if you have any questions, if my babbling for 7.5 minutes didn't make sense to you, drop a comment below. You know, I respond to most every comment that that is posted, you know, and let's hash it out. But I do hope to see you in DangerousThing TF if you're a lower level player and you would like to continue on with a little bit of a less stressful task force schedule. You know, if you're a high level player, please stay where you are in DangerousThing. And if you're a brand new person and you're watching this, you want to check out DangerousThing for higher level players and cooler attacks, do so. You know, look us up. We are always there. We're a fun group of people. A little bit of self-promotion right here. And yeah, I think we just genuinely enjoy, you know, playing together. But I hope you guys, and nobody here is upset. This isn't to sort of divide people and segregate, you know, the high levels to low levels from low levels. But I do think that, you know, it's sort of the nature of the game, and therefore it'll be easier for people that are on the same level to kind of stay together, but there's still going to be some high-level officers in DangerousThing TF. So once again, DangerousThing is going to remain the main task force for high-level OPs, and then DangerousThing TF is going to be the main task force for mid to lower level players. Do check us out. Let me know if you have any questions. I cannot wait to hear from you guys, and I cannot wait to do this thing together. Until next time, DangerousThing is out.